A new Pulse Asia survey shows President Rodrigo Duterte's trust and performance ratings recovered from a significant dip earlier this year. Pulse Asia says Duterte enjoys an 82% majority approval rating for his performance, a 4 percentage point rise from his 78% rating last March. Pulse Asia adds he got majority approval rating for his performance as the country's leader across all geographic areas and socioeconomic classes. Duterte's performance rating rose in the National Capital Region, the rest of Luzon and Mindanao, and among Class D and E respondents. But his approval rating dipped by 2 percentage points among Visayas respondents and by 7 percentage points among Class ABC respondents. Duterte's trust rating also goes up to 81% in June compared to 76% last March. Vice President Leni Robredo's trust and performance ratings in the Pulse Asia survey show she continues to enjoy majority support. Robredo's performance rating is at 61% in June compared to March's 58%. Her trust rating is now at 60%, 4 percentage points higher than in March. San Miguel Corporation Chief Ramon Ang is in talks with the owners of the Philippine Daily Inquirer for an acquisition of a majority stake in the daily newspaper. Inquirer chairperson Marixie Prieto, in a statement, says they resumed discussions with Ang for the sale of the Prieto family's interest and majority share in the Inquirer Group. The Inquirer says the Prieto family's decision to divest after 25 years is a strategic business decision that they believe will maximize growth opportunities for the media outfit. The Inquirer says, quote, "The family is confident that Mr. Ang will uphold the Inquirer Group's commitment to pursuing highest standards of journalism." Inquirer says Ang's investments and business expertise will add value to its newspaper publication, internet communications, social media, corporate skills training, radio broadcasting, and logistics delivery. It adds all existing employment contracts of the Inquirer Group will remain in effect. President Rodrigo Duterte on Monday tells Ombudsman Conchita Carpio Morales to shut up in response to her criticism of his threats to kill criminals. Morales, during an interview with Japanese broadcaster NHK, said the president's threats were unacceptable and they are tantamount to goading security personnel to murder drug suspects. Duterte says her statements make her a defender of criminals. He says, quote, "Since when did you anoint yourself spokesman of the criminals? Rein in your mouth because there is a problem." The president also challenges Morales to name a law which says merely threatening criminals is illegal. Duterte says, quote, "Find me a law which says I cannot threaten a criminal with death. If you can do that, I will step down tomorrow." He compares Morales to former United States President Barack Obama, whom he previously cursed for criticizing his war on drugs. The Land Transportation, Franchising and Regulatory Board on Monday says it won't be pressured by an online petition asking it to grant permits to additional Uber and Grab drivers. The petition demands that LTFRB lift its July 21, 2016 order that closes its doors to new driver applicants for transport network companies. The petition has so far garnered at least 60,000 signatures. LTFRB board member Eileen Lozada says, quote, "The board gave both the opportunity to comply to show their good faith. In the event that they refuse or fail to comply, then enforcement is in order. The board will not be influenced. It will not succumb to pressure." Uber and Grab allowed their drivers to continue operating even though permits had expired and kept on accepting new drivers with no permits. The ride-sharing companies were slapped with a 5 million peso fine each for negligence. Grab chief Brian Koo says the company needs to continuously replenish their pool of drivers to accommodate public demand. The LTFRB will apprehend undocumented drivers on July 26. Lizado warns that if they will still refuse to follow LTFRB's orders beyond that date, their accreditation will be at risk. Grab's accreditation expired last July 3, while Uber's is set to expire in August. The LTFRB allowed Grab to operate even after its accreditation expired. United States President Donald Trump, fresh from a trip in Paris, goes back on the offensive against the media Sunday. Trump tweets, quote, "With all of its phony and named sources and highly slanted and even fraudulent reporting, fake news is distorting democracy in our country." Trump also sent one of his private lawyers, Jay Sekulow, to 5 Sunday talk shows to argue that there was nothing illegal about his son Donald Trump Jr.'s meeting last year with a Russian lawyer. The meeting had promised to yield damaging information on Democratic rival Hillary Clinton. The concerted pushback comes as a Washington Post ABC News poll showed Trump's approval rating significantly went down from 42% in April to 36% in July.